What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Life at Disney podcast, Disney College Program miniseries. I'm Josiah.
And I'm Holly, and we are your hosts. So, Josiah, you moved here from somewhere else, right?
Yeah. So I came here from Illinois, born and raised in Wisconsin, but came from Illinois in 2019. So I've been here about 6 years.
Okay. I was born in California, then I came here from Seattle, but I've only been here for like 3-ish years. But, it's been really good. I kind of moved on a whim, and then I met so many incredible people here.
Yeah, and from what I'm hearing, our guests today aren't even from the States, but came from Puerto Rico. So they have a little bit different experience than us, and I can't wait to hear all about it.
Same. Let's bring them in. Welcome to the show, Roschelle and Mei.
Thank you. Gracias.
So for everybody listening and watching at home, Mei is an attractions hostess at Fantasyland at Magic Kingdom, and Roschelle works in merchandise at Epcot.
And even though both of their roles are very different, they do have one thing in common, and that is that you guys are both from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. How did you even hear about the Disney College Program?
Well, for me, I've always grown up watching everything Disney. I've come to the park since I was a baby. And, social media nowadays connects us and lets us find really good opportunities for us as college students. And I saw about a lot of YouTube videos about the Disney College Program, and that's how I found out about it. And I got really interested in it, and then here I am.
Well, for me, it's similar but different because I grew up to seeing Disney movies, and I always have this dream to work here. But I had that take that step when the Disney College Program go to my university and give us orientation. So I say, why not?
So you both kind of grew up with Disney, whether it was like Roschelle going to the parks or Mei watching Disney movies. Was there a moment where you were like, maybe younger, where you were like, oh, I want to work for Disney? Or was it maybe when you were a little bit older that you were like, I think I'll try that?
I think since you're little and you come to the parks, you see how the cast members make the most, they make your day the most magical ever. And I always was like, oh my God, this is my dream job. Imagine working at the parks, imagine walking around your favorite place on earth. And I was like, yeah, this is definitely a job that I would love to enjoy. But I actually never thought it could ever be a possibility. So the Disney College Program really gives us a good opportunity as students and entry level to really, live that dream of being a cast member at Disney.
So for me, I was go to Disney my first time. I was maybe 15. So not like a child. So the experience is a little bit different. But in the same way, you see the important work that do the cast member. And when I see that, I say, maybe I can do it too.
So you get to the point where you decide, I'm going to do it. I'm going to apply for this thing. What were those emotions and feelings like as you're submitting that application and going through the full process?
Well, I had, that the application, you can start it and then it saves your progress. Well, I had that saved progress for a long time, but I never really got to it because I was like, is this really a thing for me? I've never lived away from home, and I love my island. I love Puerto Rico. But at the same time, I wanted some new opportunities. And, I had all the emotions. I wasn't really sure about it. But, I remember saying to me, I'm like, if it's meant to be, and if it's meant for me, then it'll happen. I will get accepted. And if I get accepted, I need to go on with it. So that's how it was for me. A lot of nervous feelings, but definitely excitement at the same time.
For me, it was a random process. So I do it one day. I'm going to send it. And the next day, they give me an interview. I say, whoa, so fast. So I was thinking, yeah, maybe I'm the cast member that I'm looking for.
That's so wild. Your life literally changed overnight. They're like, yes, you. We want you. How did both of you feel when you got that acceptance offer, or the offer to interview?
The offer to interview, I remember I was in my office, doing schoolwork and stuff like that. And then I got the to schedule the interview. And then actually it gives you I'm not exactly sure how many days it gives you. Like, you have like a certain amount of hours to like schedule the interview. If not, then you lose the opportunity. And I left it till the last minute because I was so nervous. I'm like, is this really something that I want to do? But I was like, okay, life is about risk, and this is a very fun risk to take, like working at Disney. So I scheduled that interview, and then yeah, it was like fun and exciting process.
The process was so fast. I always say that when you have an opportunity, you need to grab it because maybe they're gone. So yeah.
I love one of the things that you said not too long ago of maybe I'm exactly who they're looking for. And especially in those types of moments where you start to kind of overthink and like, I don't know if this is for me. What advice do you have for people who might be listening and either they have that profile saved, that progress saved, or maybe they're not there yet, but what encouragement do you have for them?
I would say that, just like May say, life is about opportunities and you really have to go for them. And if you have like that idea, that dream, that goal, it's there for a reason. And you get an opportunity like this, and the Disney College Program offers opportunities to work and learn from the company, then you should just take it. If you have the spark inside of you, then it's there for a reason. So just go for it.
I will say that don't let your fears and your doubts let you to follow your dreams.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like for both of you, this was a big decision. Neither of you had lived away from home before. What was that like when you actually got to Orlando and you're like, okay, I'm here, like I made the decision?
Well, the good thing about Orlando is that it's full of Puerto Ricans. So at least like you feel a little, taste of home even when we are so far away from home. So it was scary, but it was like, oh my God, I have the whole world in front of me and I'm ready to just like take all the opportunities I can get.
For me, going to Florida is different, but in the same way you feel like home because we have so many Latino persons here, and when you don't see that someone speaks Spanish, you have somebody in your side that speaks Spanish, so you feel like someone understands what you're saying.
What was it like for your loved ones back home? I mean, you talked about that community a little bit of having people here who speak your language, but at the same time come from different backgrounds and countries, right? Did that help your family be like, okay, this is gonna be okay, or no? What was it?
So you can get an idea. I'm an only child, so you guys can guess how it is, and it's like I'm like their main character in their life, and like, so it was definitely very hard. I don't want to get emotional, but I do miss them, and I feel like they do miss me because I'm the type of person that I'm doing like 20 things at the same time. So growing up, I was in dance class. I was in like 10 school clubs, and I kept them busy. So definitely like me being far from home has made an impact on them. But at the same time, they see like how already like I've made friends. I have a community. They see how happy I am. They're relaxed and they see that I'm safe and happy. So they're happy too.
In my case, in home we are 6 siblings. So my mom was like, yeah, you can do it. So go ahead.
Like, get out of the house. You can do it.
You can do it.
I feel like it kind of doesn't matter if you are moving from the next city over or, from across the country or wherever. You're going to miss home a little bit usually. How do you deal with that homesickness whenever that comes up?
A good FaceTime is always a good idea. Thank God we live in an era where we can communicate so easily and fast with our loved ones back home. So I would say having great communication with your parents and your family and your friends back home, because friends are important too, and they miss us too. For me, for us Puerto Ricans, we love our food. So always a good mofongo, arroz con habichuela, something like that makes us feel a little closer to home. So definitely, I would say those two things help with the homesickness.
Oh my God, I'm going to say the same thing. Yeah, when you miss home, you always have the food.
Yes.
You can cook something and be with video chat with your family, and you feel like they are here and you are in the same place.
Yeah. Do you guys ever cook while you're here, or are you going out to eat?
I'm actually impressed. I was not a cooker back home,
Oh.
but now I'm taking my skills to another level.
Oh.
And then it's fun actually. I enjoy it. I love I bought my little lunchbox. I love taking my lunchbox to work and cooking something to work. And then when I get back home, my mom is like, "What did you cook? Tell me all about it." Because it's like I was never that type. I remember my friends were like, "What are you going to do? What are you going to eat? Because you don't cook." And I'm like, I know, but I've been doing great.
Okay.
I'm not starving. And I've learned to do a few things. I'm on TikTok searching recipes.
Yes.
And it's actually a fun thing to do. And like a lot of like other friends around the program, they do meal prepping and all that stuff. So it's actually pretty fun. It is a good entertainment.
Oh my
And
gosh.
if you do it with friends, it's even more fun.
Yes.
So
I need to be honest.
Uh-oh.
I don't like to cook, but I know to do it. Some time you are tired or you don't want to cook anything. The stuff is like looking you and saying no, it's not going to it's not going to work.
And there's a lot of frozen foods at the store.
Yeah.
Just like I love my dino nuggets.
Yeah.
I'll pop those in the air fryer, and that's the way to go
Yeah.
if I'm not in the mood to cook. So there's like waste around it.
Yeah. You need your lazy day meals where you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't.
Definitely.
I can't do it.
I feel like one of these days we just got to have like a potluck on the podcast.
I would
like
love that.
Yeah, a little celebration
That would
here.
be fun.
I feel like a big part of this experience is the community that you kind of build while you're here. So taking another step back, what was it like to move into Flamingo Crossings Village and to kind of experience that, to get roommates and everything, just the full beginning of the process?
I was extremely nervous. I've never lived with roommates because, like, back in college, back home, my college was 5 minutes away from my house. So I stayed in my own room. So I never had that experience. I have no siblings, so I don't know what it's like to have to share everything with another person. So the process of moving in, it was so easy. I loved how everything was identified, like you knew where to go. It was on schedule, so I really liked that. And it was an easy process. And then the walk up to the room after they gave me that key, my heart was beating out of my chest. I'm like, I'm so scared. I'm in a 2x2, so I share a room and I share a bathroom. And, when I got there, my roommates left like notes like, "Hey, welcome. We're not going to be here," because they were working or doing other stuff. But it was a nice little detail. And like, I was like, okay, I can breathe. I love it. I love it at Flamingo. It's like resort type of living. It's really good. And it's really fun. It's a very like lively neighborhood. At all times, there's somebody like talking, walking around. So it's a nice place to live. I really like it actually.
The process for me I was nervous. I need to be honest, because it's a new experience. You need to do everything alone. You are travel to a new place. I was so nervous, but I get to Flamingo Crossing Village. The process was great because everything, you have person that told you right here, you're in the same, you're in the correct place. The roommate is normal for me because I have already told you that I have 5 siblings, so we are 6. So we share
A lot.
we share a lot. My roommates are great. I have someone that is here for Florida, African, and South Korean.
Yeah, it is so interesting, I feel like, because you have so many people from all around the world coming together. There is no quote-unquote cultural norm when you have that many people from all over the place. So everyone's like, I'm just going to be as respectful as possible
Yes.
in all ways. But there is that cultural difference like you talked about. So, and I know you guys kind of referenced finding community here. How did you go about finding people either from Puerto Rico or other Spanish speakers that you could have that community with?
I would say that, again, social media is the best way to go before you get to your program. There's a lot of group chats, there's Facebook pages where you can introduce yourself, find people, connect with them before coming to your program, and that gives you like a little sense of peace. Like you already have someone when you get there, like has your same arrival day, your same check-in time. It's good to have that. But once you get here, I've never had problem making friends, but I was obviously very nervous of how it was gonna go for me here. But it's so easy to make friends here at Flamingo. Literally in the line to check in, I made a friend. People love to give compliments, and that's a good conversation starter. Like, I love your jacket, or where's your Spirit jersey from, or where did you get it? When did you get it? So, like, stuff like that. It's really easy to build a community, and it's so fun how the community that you can build is from all over the place, all over the world. For example, I have a group of friends, and we call ourselves the DCP girlies. And I'm Puerto Rican. One of them is Colombian. One of them is from Honduras, and the other one is from Ecuador. So 4 different Latin communities, but we come together here at Disney, and we share the same love for Disney, and it's so fun, and it's really easy. So anybody who's feeling nervous about, am I gonna make friends there? Is it gonna be hard to find people like that I can connect with? It's not that hard. And Puerto Ricans, we always find each other. Like we call it la pinta. So it's like, you know the look. You like, she looks Puerto Rican, and then you go up to them and it's immediately like, okay, we're friends because we're Puerto Ricans. So yeah, it's easy to make community and easy to find like-minded individuals that you can connect and have fun here at the DCP.
The bus is a great opportunity to find friends when you are hearing someone speak Spanish. To say,
You speak Spanish?
That's the way I have my first friend here. I say, you're of Puerto Rico. Yeah. And yeah, this is the great opportunity to find some different people to have a friendship. And other way is when you're going to different learning sessions.
It's always like an excitement when you find somebody that's from where you're from. It's always like, oh my God, same.
We need to be friends.
We need to give me your Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's always good.
I love hearing about all of these like cultural both differences and similarities depending on what the topic is. So I'm curious, you've talked about the aspect of living at Flamingo Crossings Village and how in your experience it's quiet, it's calm, right? So do you get at least a little bit of that lively energy and what you're looking for when you're at the parks and in your roles, and how is that in comparison to being at home?
Yeah, it's definitely loud at the parks. You have the children crying or like laughing or having fun, and the families having fun. So it's definitely not that quiet, especially for me. I work at the American Adventure Pavilion in Epcot. So yeah, we definitely get a lot of that liveliness back at the parks, and it's always an interesting time there.
Well, my home, Fantasyland, Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom always have sounds, always different sounds.
Have you guys been able to visit the parks in your off time?
Yes, it's super fun. I honestly, before coming here, I was like, I'm not going to the parks probably a lot because, like, I'm going to be working there. Like, who wants to go on their day off to their work? You can catch me every off day at Epcot visiting my coworkers at the store or, like, walking around. Epcot is my favorite park, so I always go there. And, yeah, it's so fun. Like, on your off day, you just, typical day in the Disney College program, I go to the parks on my off day. So it is really fun. And you get to see the shows. And since, like, we have more time and more opportunity to go to the parks, you can really get into, like, the nitty-gritty of the parks, like, all the details that there's so many things to do at the parks. I don't think even in the 5 months that we probably have here in the program, we're going to be able to do everything because there's so many things, including the resorts. I've been having so much fun visiting the resorts because I've never stayed at one of them, and it's been really fun.
Seeing like I guess the shows, the attractions, because it's different. Go to the parks like you are a cast member, and when you are a guest. So yeah, I always use my day off to visit the different part. It's always going to be a unique experience, no matter how many times you visit that same park. So yeah.
Those unique experiences are always fun to have, but are those things that you intentionally seek out, or is it just see what happens during the day?
I like planning. So I always like go on TikTok and be like, oh, let's see what's new at the parks or what everyone is doing, what's trending to do at the parks. So, and you can find a lot of things to do, and it's really fun. So my next adventure is going to be trying the beignets. That's how you say it, at Puerto Rican's. I've never been there. So like, yeah, I look up like stuff to like have those unique experiences because like it's impossible to know everything that can go at Disney. And like sometimes even while you're working and the guest is interacting with you and you ask them about their day and they're like, oh, we did this. And I'm like, wait, I've never done that. Next time I'm coming, I'll definitely go there and visit that. So yeah, that's how I go with the unique experiences.
So in my case, I just do my reservation and just so yeah, I organize like, oh, I'm going to eat this because I want to, but just see what they bring to me because I like to
Go with the flow.
fluid.
Yeah, I feel like both are good because people on social media have so many tips that you're like, wow, I didn't even know this existed. But then it's also such a unique experience to be able to just go into the parks and do whatever you want. And it's like, I don't have to rope drop. Like, I don't have to be here at the crack of dawn and stay until the day closes. I can just come in and get a snack and ride a ride and leave if I want to. And it's so nice to have that balance. Is there a unique experience that you've had that you're like, oh, this has been my favorite so far?
Oh my God, that's a hard question because like there's so many good things that you get to experience at Disney. I don't know. I would say just the fact that I can go, like the other day I had to do some computer stuff. I get the privilege to go to Epcot and go to the World Celebration Gardens, and I get to sit there and relax and enjoy the view while getting work done. And then I just get a snack, and we all love the Disney snack, so I get a Disney snack and I just leave, and I was productive and had a nice day to Epcot. So that's definitely an experience that I really love that I'm able to do now that I'm in the program.
My best part of the park is taking different photos. I always take a photo to keep that memory with me, and yeah, this is my favorite part, to have different photo in different spot.
That's such a good idea.
So we've explored how you kind of interact with and utilize the parks for fun. So I know at the top we talked about what your roles were from just a general standpoint, but get into what you actually do and what happens within your roles.
Okay, so I emerge at American Adventure, like I mentioned. And if I'm being honest, the week that I got here and I went to visit my location before ever starting there, I was worried because I was like, okay, this is a different type of store. It's an art store, and the paintings, they vary in prices starting from $200 to thousands of dollars. So you can imagine when I walked in that store, I'm like, am I going to be selling these? Like, wow. So I was a little scared. I was worried. I was like, how is it going to be? I thought I was going to sell, Mickey ears and pins and stuff like that. But I can't even explain how amazing it has been. I've been enjoying it so much. So the good thing about Disney is that we work on a rotation system. So you never get bored because you're maybe 30 minutes in register, and then they comes rotation and you're going to KitKat, and then another rotation and you go to the cart. So we have different things to do while you're on shift, so you never get bored. And I thought it was going to be a lot harder too, but thank God my trainers were amazing. They trained me very well. And, you know, if you have a question, just like call your coordinator or call a leader, and they're always there to help. They're very nice. They're there to help you. Like, you feel the support from them and from your fellow cast members. I always go like, hi, I can't remember how to do this. Or I'm like, sometimes like, well, I'm still like out of training, but I still don't feel like 100% sure about something. I'm like, can you like watch over me while I do this? And I have never gotten a no from anybody. So it's been really good.
Well, I'm attractions and Mickey Philhart Magic, Princess Fairy Tale Hall, and the Carousel. So you have so many positions, like Rochelle said, you not get bored. When I'm just start the role, I take serious because you need to keep that magical experience for the guests. So that is important to me. So I want to do it great, and I don't want to be confused. But when I feel like that, I always have a partner, I always have a core, and I ask. They are so great with me. They have patience. If I need to repeat, I take your time, take your time. If they have to repeat something because I don't understand, they do it. So yeah, the worries is in my mind. So
Mei, you talked about being able to create those magical experiences for guests. Have you guys been able to create a magical experience? Like, is there one that sticks out in your mind?
I have so many, so many. But I have this one that they have this family with a little girl, Shell, and was her birthday, and she went to go to BBD Babitu boutique, but they don't have a reservation, and the lady girl was crying. I was in the back of the castle, so you can see the the scene. So I was okay. What I can do to resolve this situation, the most I can. I was in that moment stroller position. So I say, okay, maybe I can let them enter to the beauty boutique because you need a reservation. But maybe I can talk with the cast member inside, and they can go outside and talk to her and make him happy, have an interaction with her. So I talk with that cast member outside of the boutique. Yeah, they say, okay, we can do it. So they go outside and talk to her. Hi, princess, how you great? They give you a sticker and something, different stuff to her. The mom was so happy with me. She said, oh my God, you made my day because you were so mad and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. And I would say that's the great thing about magical moments. Sometimes you would think you have to do something grand for it to be like a magical moment. But even the littlest of things makes the most of a person's day. So for me, it would be even the fact of like, you have this family looking for a shirt. They want it in XL and we don't have it in the showroom. But I'm like, I'll go to the back and check, and you find that XL shirt and you bring it back to them and they're like, oh my God, you're my savior. Thank you so much. You just made a magical moment for them. You just found something that they really wanted. It's really fun to have those magical moments with the guests.
I love hearing about these magical moments, and especially in your situation where you're also able to almost have a step above, because you have these moments that, you know, many cast members have, but then you're from a specific place that only certain people are able to interact with. So have you had moments where you've been able to chat with somebody from Puerto Rico or have that conversation in Spanish that lights them up?
Yeah. When they come in and they look at, because like I told you guys, like, you can't identify by how they look who talks Spanish or who's Latin or whatever. So when they come in the store and they're like, do you speak Spanish? And then you're like, sí, yo hablo español. You see like their faces, they light up. They're like, thank God. So I need to get this to this place or whatever. So yeah, it's really fun. I've actually met a few people like from Puerto Rico, so it's been amazing when they come and they're like, "Oh my God, you're from Puerto Rico," and then you ask them about their day, how's it going, and all that, and it gives you a little taste of back home, like talking to your people from back home.
Well, for me, it's like the same. I feel happy when I always have the guests come to me, and they are worried because nobody can understand because they only speak Spanish, and that's when I had the name tag that say Espanol, but because of that, because I know that when you go into the parks and you see, oh my God, I have difficulties to speak English. Maybe I don't have nobody that can translate. So we are there to make that difference and make that experience better, because they are like, oh my God, just speak Spanish.
It's a relief they get.
Yeah, oh my God. So they ask you the questions, and you see in the faces they feel better because someone understand and can tell you that direction if they're going to searching for a certain attraction, or they have a reservation and it's in their table, and you can resolve and tell them that. I love that part, but I have a special interest when a guest in Princess Fairy Tale Hall. I saw the family speaking with a Spanish Colombian accent. I say, okay, it's fine, great, a Colombian person here. But when I hear that man talking, I say, no, this is from Puerto Rico. I say, and I was. Maybe I can ask. I say, hi, family. Where you come from? I say, oh, Colombia. I say, whoa, maybe I get wrong. I say, no, I'm the Puerto Rico. I say, oh, my God, I'm Puerto Rico, too. When you go, what place? Añaco, Carolina. O sea, that we had that interaction. He was so happy.
Oh, that's so cool, though. Now, are you guys more outgoing? Like, do you like talking to people? Are you extroverted, or are you more introverted and shy?
I'm definitely more extroverted. So I do talk a lot.
Yeah.
I like talking a lot. But at the same time, I feel like in Puerto Rico, our culture is a lot like, we're not the type to like go up to random people and talk to them. Everyone is like more to like their people and themselves. So here I've been like, it's taking me out of my comfort zone, even though I consider myself an extrovert, because sometimes you'll be in a line for a ride, and then the family in front of you or the group in front of you, they turn around and start talking to you and you're like, oh wait, okay. And then so it's definitely taking me out of my comfort zone, even though I consider myself a big extrovert. So that's been different.
For me, depend the situation, depend the day, depend the mood. So if I need to choose, I be extrovert.
Yeah. So a little bit of an adjustment then, learning how to talk to people and like be on your guard.
Yeah. Oh wait,
when
you're talking to me?
Yeah. You're like, oh, we need to have a
is.
conversation now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, okay, when I was in high school, my school it was Milwaukee School of Languages. So while you're there, you have to specifically pick a language to track. And when you get to junior, sometimes sophomore year, you're able to go to a different country for a semester, or a year. I was supposed to go to Argentina. I did all the application work, everything, and then at the last second, I kind of got nervous and decided not to do it. And so for the people who may be in similar situations, who they're in Puerto Rico or wherever they are, and they're like, I want to go and do this program, but I'm nervous. Maybe it's because of my language or whatever that reason is. What encouragement do you have for the people to just say, you know what, you can do this?
This is my question. Yeah. I just waiting for this question. So yeah, when I submit that application, I was a little bit. Someone can think that I was crazy because the people outside think, oh, you don't mind completely your English, and you're going to a country to speak the principal language is English. You need to talk to work, to go to store. You need to talk English to get your things, and you're going to do it. I say yes. I'm going to learn in in the process, because you in the life you're not going to have the all tools in the moment. Maybe you need to have the step, and you're going to development that tools. So I say, okay, I have these maybe disabilities, but I got other great strongest tools and skills. I say maybe this is my ability, but I had so many things to give that made me special. So yeah, I get that advice that you need to throw yourself,
Just
do it, because you're never going to be ready enough. So you need to do it, and you're going to be ready in the process.
I would say it's definitely nerve-wracking. And for me, I've been sharing my journey, like coming here and everything. And the part that I love the most is how a lot of people are like, you know what, you're making me want to go to the Disney College Program. And they're like, you make it seem like it's a really good opportunity. I don't make it seem it really is a great opportunity. And like, let this be your sign. I never thought I would have the amount of like networking opportunities, personal growth opportunities, professional opportunities, and you see it every day. Like when you talk to your leaders, most of them even started at the Disney College Program. So you see that there's opportunity to grow here. And yes, it can be scary. Some people are like, do I really need to know, like, be fluent in English to be here? And at the same time, I'm like, you really don't. You need to know a little bit, to defend yourself. But at the same time, like, you meet so many people that also speak your same language or are from where you are, because like doesn't apply only to like Puerto Ricans, it applies to many other parts of the world. And I see how every single friend is thriving even though they're not from here and they don't speak English as well or anything. So definitely let it be your sign. Take the risk. It's so worth it. And it's like, where else are you going to be working and seeing a fireworks show while you close? Or where else are you going to be able to, make the magic for the guests or have fun and on your off days go to Disney? So it's definitely worth the risk. If you're looking to grow as an individual, like personally and professionally, definitely this program is the way to go, and just submit the application.
I say this for my own experience. My major is in nurse, so yeah, that is the faces that people when I say that, say, why you are here? You're a nurse. Maybe you don't that have relation to this, and say yes, because we are interacting with people, and nurses, you need to be with people and interact with them. So maybe your major is not the same or similar, but Disney have a space for you, so you can learn no matter what your major is. You're going to learn something here. So yeah, it's my recommendation for the people. Maybe your major is not similar, but Disney is for you too.
Yeah. I feel like this is all it's good advice for the Disney College Program. It's also really great life advice that you're giving to just make the jump, even if you're nervous for whatever reason. Oh, I'm worried about my English. I don't know if this relates to my major or my career, whatever that hesitation is. I feel like for me personally, so maybe other people can relate to this, you hear the advice to just do it scared or do it anyway. And then my immediate reaction to that is, okay, but what's the payoff? Like, why? Why do I want to do it scared? So for you guys, what has the payoff been? Like, what has the big lesson or the value add been where you're like, I'm so glad I did it scared because this is where I am now?
For me, like, for example, I went to the same school from pre-K to 12th grade, so no change there. I've never moved out of my house. I lived in the same house in Puerto Rico all my life, and I went to college 5 minutes away from my house. So I was definitely scared because it's a big change, and I'm not a person that's usually used to change. So I think the payoff has been that it has shown me how capable I am, to be like work under pressure, how capable I am to live by myself, to cook, even that. Like, I never thought I would be capable of it because like I never done it, but I've been doing it and having so much fun with it. And yeah, it has shown me a lot about myself, and it has even like strengthened my relationships with my people back home, because like, you know, this, it makes the heart go fonder, I would say, and it makes you like appreciate everything a little bit more. So I've been like very thankful how much the program and this opportunity has shown me that how capable I am, career wise and personal life wise. So it's been good.
I had the same doubt of you. If you never do something, you're never going to know if you are able to do it or not. So maybe you just do it, and you're going to discover if you are going to have success or you're going to fail. If you fail, it's not bad because
At least you tried.
you tried.
I've been waiting to ask this question, and I'm so excited. Okay, last summer, one of my good friends invited me to New York, and we went to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And it was easily one of the best experiences in my life. Like, just seeing the culture and just the pride and how fun it was. And then going to eat afterwards and like all that. It was so fun. Are there opportunities for you here to just celebrate who you are and to celebrate just what makes you you and what makes you unique? And if not, is there anything that you're looking forward to in the future?
I would say that even just like getting to hang around other Puerto Ricans, like, you see how proud we are to be Puerto Ricans. And anybody asks me where you're from, Puerto Rico. I'm proud and loud about it. Because it's amazing how from a little island in Puerto Rico, we get this opportunity to be here. It's definitely very different from our island, but we get to celebrate our culture every time we represent our island, and we're very proud of being Puerto Ricans. I think we are.
Yeah, of course.
We're very proud of it, and like just being able to represent our little island here at the Walt Disney World has definitely been like amazing. And like I mentioned, like when we get together and have some Puerto Rican food, or go to different events around Orlando that are related to Puerto Rico. We had the Fiestas de la Calle San Sebastián, which is a very big cultural party that we do back in Puerto Rico, but they did it the Orlando version. So it was fun to get to experience that and, have a little taste of home here in Florida and in Orlando.
So I always had my country up. Always when I had the opportunity to say, oh, I'm from Puerto Rico, I always drop that because I'm so proud of where I come from. So I always my contribution of being here, because we are chosen of so many people. We are chosen and we are here. We are from Puerto Rico, so I need to show the people who I am.
Yeah. Okay, so now I feel like I have to ask, what are your favorite parts of Puerto Rico? What do you miss the most? Traditions that you have? I have never been. It is literally on like my top 5 on my bucket list. So one day I'm going to get there. But what is your like things to do, favorite things, all of it?
I mean, Puerto Rico is so fun. Like, it's crazy how you can get in the car and just drive 10 minutes to a beach. And it's like one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. I do miss going to the beaches and, just being around the culture, like inside, like hearing the music and all that. But yeah, definitely the beaches, I would say. And just comida de abuela. My food from abuela is definitely something that I miss big time.
I miss the beach that Roschelle told. You have so near, like 15 for me. 15 minutes to my home to get a beach, so I can go whatever I I want to the beach. The traditional food, like when you go to the beach, to Piñones Isla Verde,
Empanadillas.
you need to get empanadilla. Is a snack. I don't know what.
I think in English they call them empanadas or something like that. So it's a little like thing like this.
Yeah.
And you can fill it with different things. We do shrimp. We do a lot of things, and it's really good.
And you need to try alcapurria. It's other traditional fry and food that it tastes good. It's great. It was a great decision to be here.
Yeah, it's a lot to look forward to whenever you get to go back, a lot to miss. And you've definitely sold me. I mean, I was already sold. I already wanted to go. But now I'm like, I have to go.
Yeah, you need to go.
And if you're a foodie, we've mentioned a lot of foods here because Puerto Ricans are foodies. Like, we love our food. So it's definitely a fun place.
So when you think about just this full experience of being here, trying different things, the process of getting here, just every piece, do you feel like Disney has set you up for success?
I do. Because, like I mentioned, I feel like it showed me how capable I am. And then, like, all the tools, like, to be successful not only in my role, but, like, in different aspects of my life that I know that I'm going to, always have in mind, keep in mind that, Disney does this way. This is going to help me for this. I major in public relations. And Disney is really all about how they present themselves as a company. That's why it's so successful, because, like, the image the company has around the world is impressive. So seeing the behind the scenes, even though I'm not in a role that's anything related to the public relations marketing team or anything like that, even just as a cast member in merch, I still get a taste of that. I still see how we are all part of a show and how we have to be, like, there for the guests and make the experience great for the guests, and how we portray the Disney look and how Disney, goes around things. So definitely I have learned a lot, and I know that it will set me up for success if I want to stay in the company or if I want to, just take another journey.
Disney makes me feel personal and professional, like always growing.
I feel like it's so good to hear that Disney is helping to set you up for success. So my question is, what is next for you both? And this may feel early because you kind of just got here, but is there something you are working towards that you feel like Disney is helping you with?
So I've been here for only 3 weeks, so it's early, but in the 3 weeks it has helped me, like, open my mind and, like, really be like, okay, I think this is what I want. Because, like, it has felt so right. Since the moment I got here, it feels like, oh my God, I think I'm meant to be here. Like, I'm having so much fun and I'm learning so much. But I definitely feel like I do want to stay in the company, especially seeing the opportunities that we have here, like the professional internships and all the opportunities to go up the ladder here in the company. The dream is marketing and social media for Disney. So you'll see me here. But I definitely, I'm enjoying the process of, like, I went to a learning opportunity in Flamingo Crossings, and they were telling us about how here at the company, it's not a ladder, it's more like a rock climbing wall. So, like, sometimes you have to go a little to the side, a little down, and go up again to get to where you want. So this definitely feels part of that rock climbing wall for me. So the Disney College Program has been the start of my climbing to what I really want for my career, and it's been fun. I can't believe I'm saying work is fun, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
On our Instagram at Official Disney Programs, we asked you all to submit any questions that you want answered on the show. So we have some of those here today. Are you guys down to help answer them?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, we will start with this first question from Michelle. Michelle asks, what should I pack for my Disney College program?
I think you'll do good with a jacket and then just, like, normal clothes for that. Definitely not too many, because I thought I was going to use more of my normal clothes, but most of the times you're just in your uniform. So I would say good clothing to go to the parks. And I don't know, maybe things that you might not find here. For example, we love our adobo from Puerto Rico. So if it's a little harder to find here, then just pack it in the suitcase and bring it with you.
I will say a jacket too, a pair of jeans. You need those. Maybe a few tennis, comfortable tennis. If you have some of black tennis, one of those you need to that one for the work. And yeah, the other
And a
things-
business casual outfits too.
Yeah, you need
They're
to
very
business-
important, especially for your first week at the program. It's like a lot of people forget about those, and then they start stressing about it. So definitely a few amount, because like you need some for traditions and stuff like that, and for your first week of
welcome to
training.
operations.
Yeah.
This next one is from Allie. How does scheduling work and trading shifts?
Okay, so I'm still a little new to this, but it's pretty easy. I thought it was going to be a lot harder, a lot more confusing, but it's not. We have an app. It's called Cast Live, and that app is very easy and user-friendly to use. We get our schedules every Saturday. Some roles may vary. And then we have group chats where we can trade or give away our shifts, and it's also fun to pick up shifts at other parks. So for example, I'm in Merge, and Merge has a lot of flexibility of where I can work. So I can go to other parks and work. I was telling her how I wanted to pick up a shift in Fantasyland because I want to wear the purple dress while I work.
Yeah, the Cast Live app is so easy to use and to learn faster how to use it. So yeah.
If you talk to your leaders, if you talk to your coordinators, they can be of great help if you need help with your schedule, if you need a day off, or if you are going to be late for a medical situation or anything. So yeah, it can be scary to like, you're like, oh my God, they're going to schedule me and it's going to be impossible. It's not. You just need to communicate, and they're there to help you out.
Okay, last question. This comes from Kennedy. I can't bring my car. How do I get to work?
Okay, Kennedy, you have. I was you in a few months before. I was worried because I don't have my own car. So, Flamingo Crossing Village has so many bus that can take you specific ubications that you need to go. For example, I work in Magic Kingdom, so they took me to Flamingo Crossing West to my work, so I don't need to have a car to go to my work. And you have others buses that take you to Disney Springs, to Epcot, to Animal Kingdom, and other resorts that Disney have. So you have so many buses that you don't need a car necessarily to get to the places.
So the buses from Flamingo Crossings Village, they not only take you to the resorts or where you work or the parks, they can also take you to the grocery store. And they even do at the Flamingo Crossings Village, we have learning opportunities or like learning sessions where they take us on different like field trips outside of Disney, like more like to Central Florida. They do like swimming with manatees. We go to the beaches and different places that you can visit while you're here. So you also learn a lot more about Orlando and all that it has to offer.
I know both of us probably have a trillion more questions for both of you, but we understand we're close to the end of our time. Before we head out, we have a quick game for you. And we're wondering if you'd be willing to play a game of this or that.
Okay, yes.
So exactly as it sounds, we're going to give you a category, and you just have to click on the spot, this or that.
Okay.
Okay, so the first choice is, do you like to rope drop the park or do you like to stay until it closes?
The first one.
Rope drop. I like to stay until it closes.
Okay.
All right. Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom or Luminous at Epcot?
The first one.
That's hard. Luminous, because I work at Epcot and I'm being biased.
Day off at the parks or at the pool? I feel like I know what you're going to say.
Day off at the parks.
Yeah, the parks.
Flamingo Crossings Village East or West?
West.
East.
Okay. Oh, I think I know the answer to this one too. Merch discount or food discount?
Food.
Merch since recently, I guess.
Oh.
Because I've been getting into buying more Disney stuff. And I love the discount.
Yeah.
Mickey Pretzel or Mickey Bar?
Bar.
Mickey Bar.
Oh, there we go. Okay, last one. Character meet and greets or attractions?
Attractions.
Attraction.
Last one.
Oh, sorry.
Applying for the Disney College Program or not applying for the Disney College Program?
The first one.
Applying to the Disney College Program, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, we found some common ground there on the last one.
See?
Finally.
Well, that is all we have time for today. Thank you both so much for stopping by. This was so much fun.
It was.
Thank
you for having
receiving
us.
And for everybody listening and watching at home, make sure you follow at Official Disney Programs on Instagram. Until next time, we'll see you soon.
Nos vemos.